Now, when I found out the helmet system was coming out and I was going to be able to make a new Chroma video, I was incredibly happy. This one is number 17, but it's been well over a year since I've played around with old Dragon Boy. Now, there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of incredible combinations coming out of Warframes being mixed into the helmet system, like tons of great synergies. Smite Infusion Chroma, Raw Chroma, or an Empowered Chroma are some of those combinations for the Dragon. Removing Spectral Scream and replacing it with the helmet ability called Empower is the option I went with. It gives you a flat 50% power strength boost to your next ability cast, which gives you a 1123% fury damage buff and a 1.4k armor buff from those Vex armor buffs when you cast Empower first, which means my Chroma has 383% power strength at the time of casting Vex armor. Now, it's a little bit nutty. Now, I'm sure, of course, there's going to be better options, but right now I haven't subsumed a whole lot of Warframes, and this one is a lot of fun. It allows you to run through Steel Path Void missions as if they were low-level missions. Now, it is worth noting that Empower does not stack with the Growing Power aura, which you can see me testing in this footage. I was trying to see if Growing Power procced before I cast Vex Armor and Empower if I could get a bigger boost to a damage output, because having that additional 25% power strength boost on top of the 50 from Empower would have been really nice, but it just doesn't work. So like I said, I dropped out his Spectral Scream because it kind of blows, literally kind of blows, and I replaced it with Empower. Cast Empower first, then cast Vex Armor, sit back and wait for my buffs to max out. Now, just a little, I guess, refresher as to how Vex Armor works with Chroma, or in case you're new to Chroma and don't know how it works. Vex Armor, when active, needs you to lose 100 health in order to maximize that fury damage buff, and it needs you to lose 400 shield in order to maximize your armor buff. Now, since Chroma only has 300 shields at maximum level, you will need to allow some of it to regenerate before you can lose the extra little bit to maximize that buff. Or you could go ahead and use a shield arcane like Vigor or Aegis, or you could equip an Augur set mod in order to give you a little bit of extra shield when you cast abilities, so it's really helpful. That's what I've gone for. I've got Augur Secrets equipped. Now, weapon of choice for a lot of Chroma users is of course snipers, the Rubico and so on. For obvious hunting reasons, he is one of the Eidolon hunters of choice, but chances are Eidolon hunters are going to choose to use Smite Infusion or even Rhino's Roar on their Chroma instead, but Empower is a solid option until you can subsume those abilities. Now, this is my current build for Chroma. It's very much all about power strength and duration, as is everything in relation to Chroma. Having Vitality equipped is completely up to you. I prefer narrow-minded with this build simply because having nearly 1 minute on a maxed out Empowered armor buff meant that I could run Steel Path with no Vitality and not really worry too much at all. But you do whatever makes you comfortable with your build. Without narrow-minded, you would still have a 31-second buff timer with this build that you can refresh anytime you want before it runs out and keep the actual percentages on those buffs. Melee weapons like the Gerudo or anything with healing capabilities could also be a good option with Chroma to help keep him topped off. Now, eventually I might consider putting Dispensary on my Chroma instead of that Spectral Scream, simply so as I can run around with some of the new Necromech weapons or some of the Archon weapons and having a constant resupply of that ammo while also being buffed from that Fury buff. Imagine the damage on some of those weapons. Or like I said, Rhino's Roar or even Oberon Smite. Not sure which I will put on him. But this is the Empowered Chroma. Let me know what you will put on your Chroma or what you think of it. And as always, thanks very much for watching.